one of the cops passed by and like opened the curtain, and I was like, bro, like if we weren't kissing in that photo and that's when your dick was in my mouth, this probably would have been a situation.
Oh my
God.
God.
And I flashed the camera. I was just like, you know, like you're not gonna be like in the photo booth. You're gonna be like, let me show you these titties. So I just feel like it's different.
Oh my God, bitch.
Turn your headphones. Check 1 2.
Boosted, gone wild. It's that boosted chick. Your husband subscribed.
I did just say that.
What up, what up? We are back for another episode of Boosted Gone Wild, and we have my favorite friend, Cynthia. She was from the East Coast. She used to live in Jersey. We used to do car shows together and hang out all the time, but she left me for Arizona. So, Cynthia, please welcome yourself. Tell the world who are you and what you're all about.
You're Cynthia.
She's so excited to say "you're" because she forgot all about it until I opened the door. I'm like, "You're."
Just reminded me. So yeah, I had to start with that. But yeah, I'm originally from Jersey City. I obviously moved around Jersey and stuff. But I moved there for a relationship that failed. But then I kind of got stuck there, and then not having to deal with the snow is nice, and so I'm out there right now. I'm trying to figure out what my next move in and stuff. But I do miss the East Coast. Miss you. Miss the vibes. Miss the food. It's really nice to be back.
What is the biggest difference between Jersey and Arizona?
Girl. Where do I start? I feel like we talked about this often, but I just feel like people from the East Coast, we're just real ass motherfuckers. I don't know how else to explain it, but when I moved to Arizona, it's very hard finding genuine people or just good relationships in general, whether friendships, regular relationships. The work is more scarce out there. It's just different. And I don't know what it is, but Arizona, everybody thinks they're fucking Hollywood for some reason. And I'm like, bitch, if you went to New York, if you went to LA, no one would even breathe in your direction. So I don't know why everybody walks around like they're better than everybody, but I just wasn't brought up like that. And it's not the way I move. So I feel like it's a bunch of things, but I don't like the people that much. And the pizza is ass.
You love your pizza?
I do love the pizza. Even the Chinese food out here, I just feel like it's, it's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's balls blazing out there. I know you've been there in July, but literally gets up to 120, 125. I get nosebleeds, I get headaches. Literally there's a part where I saw something about a car melting. And I'm like, why do we live in a place where cars are melting in the sun? You can literally bake eggs on your thing when the sun's coming down. So I feel like it's just a different world for sure.
No thanks.
You're I'll visit. It's cool for a few days, but yeah, to live is wild. I ask myself all the time, I'm like, why am I here? But obviously dating someone, there. I'm stuck there for now, but we'll see what happens.
So you came here for a car show. So you used to, and I used to, work a lot of shows together.
Oh, yeah.
What car show did you work, and are they the same as 10 years ago?
Well, I worked Panda Fest. That happened yesterday. Really big event. They said it was the biggest turnout, so really happy that it was successful. I got to see everybody, but the scene is different, and that's why I was nervous coming back, because I didn't know, because I remember there being a lot of drama back in the day with everything, and once I got out of it and moved, I feel like my life calmed down so much. And then going back, and I was just trying to be nice and introduce myself to some of the girls, and they're very closed off and very oh no, I'm the new bitch and I'm doing this now. And I'm not to be like that, but me and two of the other girls there, I feel like we're the older girls that used to do this and everything. So I was just being friendly, and you know how it is in the car scene is the girls are, they're the unfriendly hotties, you know what I mean? I'm okay guys, I'll just go fuck myself. I'm thank God I have to see you guys all the time, because there would be a problem. But the event was really good, but the scene definitely has changed. I'm kind of glad that I'm not deep in the scene anymore. I do appreciate, I love cars. I was around cars since I was 4. So something that I love and I genuinely enjoy, but I'm glad I'm just not having to do that every weekend or be fully in the scene and have to deal with all the bullshit that comes with it. Yeah. But it was a great event. Music was great. Food trucks was great. The food trucks were great. And yeah, the vibes were immaculate. No one was clapping though when they were giving out awards, which I thought was really weird. A lot of the people didn't show up for the awards. They left early. Oh. So it was I was just clapping, and I was the one little kid that's clapping in the back, and everybody's just quiet, and I'm just sitting there in the front like a dumbass. I'm no one's clapping. All right, I guess we're not clapping. All right. Whatever.
I feel the whole thing is not as exciting anymore. No. I don't know. There used to be crazy, I don't know if they did that, but like two-step competitions, like any of that?
No wet t-shirt contests, no two-step competitions. Or it was just, just a lot of cars everywhere. Okay. Just taking pictures. There was a really cool venue. It was Princeton Airport. If anybody's been there, it was like they were giving helicopter tours and stuff like that. So it was like great scenery, great vibes. But I definitely think the industry has changed. But it's like everything else in the world. Like the world is just changing, and this is probably just another thing. I don't know if it's because I've been away for so long or if that's just the way it is now. I mean, you've been here. You were asked to do the event, and obviously you didn't wind up working it, but it's different. But I still had a good time. It was like a very welcoming, like, home thing, because it was like, oh, it's been a while. Yeah. And this used to be like my tribe. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I would love to do a car show where like all the OGs work it again.
Like all the
just the
girls.
OGs. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Except one of them.
Yeah, like, except for one of them.
I could do without her.
I think we all could.
We all know who she is. I'm not gonna say
it. Speaking of things that you miss, what is the biggest thing you miss from the 90s?
90s.
Because the 90s are coming back. Like a lot of like different themes, a lot of things that I used to wear when I was little, like the flare pants are back. Like everything's back. What do you miss that you hope that would come back?
I don't know. I feel like I still listen to 90s music heavy, or like even the vibes, but all the new music, they like have revamped old stuff. So I feel like they're kind of bringing our childhood back. Like even I used to love That's So Raven. Anybody used to love That's So Raven. My God. They revamped it. It's not as good, but it kind of gives you like closure with your childhood. Like, oh, they're growing up too. Or like we were watching Jersey Shore the other day, and just seeing them growing up and have kids, it feels like we grew up with them a little bit. Yeah. So, like, it's something like that. But, like, the 90s in general was freaking great. But, I don't know. I feel like, the vibes are the vibes, man.
I was going off the vibe of, I miss not doing self-checkout. I'm so annoyed that I have to work. Like, I go to Home Depot, and there's just self-checkouts. Like, there's no me going into a line and then ringing up my shit. Now I basically have a part-time job everywhere I go, and I have to ring up my own fucking shit. So now what I do is basically every other item, I don't scan. I'm doing it. I'm doing their job.
Ooh,
I deserve some free shit.
I'm actually the opposite. I just feel like as I've gotten older, my anxiety has gotten bad. So like when I go outside, I feel like I avoid talking to people at all costs. I'm normally high. I'm like hat down. I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. So I love the self-checkout because I don't have to talk. I don't have to small talk with no one.
Okay, so I didn't have this side of this revelation. I didn't realize people are suffering from anxiety left and right. Yeah. So am I. But that does make sense. Everybody has fucking anxiety. Everybody doesn't want to work at the same time. So I guess it's helping most people.
Yeah, and I feel like there's definitely some days that I wake up and I just don't want to be social. I don't want to talk to anybody. I put my phone on D&D, and it's like sometimes you have to prioritize yourself. But I love the self-checkouts because I don't have to, like I said, I just don't have to deal with nobody. I don't have to fucking deal with. Like, you know, like sometimes like you go in the checkout line, they're like, hey, how's your day, blah, blah, blah. And if, you know, you're having an off day or you just don't feel like talking, it's like you feel forced to be nice to people. Not that it's being forced to be nice, but you know what I mean? Like you're going out of something that you want to. So if I could just put my head down and just do my thing and go about my day, I fucking do it.
Okay. All right.
I avoid people like the plague, girl. I don't like leaving my house. I don't like being bothered. I'm like, fuck that.
So you do OnlyFans. So do you do most of your content solo since you don't like going around other people, or is that something you like to share?
I feel like I like do collabs here and there. But it's like only with people I trust or I enjoy their energy, because at the end of the day, OnlyFans is, I feel like when you're doing content with somebody, it's very intimate. Like whether it's like just like with a friend or with a partner or whatever, it is very intimate. So if the energy's off or you're feeling off or you don't feel comfortable, it's going to definitely be seen in that. I mean, like I wear my emotions on my face, so like I can't fake it for shit. Yeah. But yeah, I do a lot of solo stuff, and I am dating somebody, and we do a lot of fun stuff. And obviously we're
a lot of fun stuff. You mean you just stepped up your game recently?
Yeah, you've been seeing the promos. I know about your stuff.
Yeah.
I
never thought you would, but you are full out now making sex tapes, correct?
Busting it.
Busting it open. Are you happy with this change? Are you excited? Were you kind of pressured, you feel, that like we hit a stagnant point that you had to, or what?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, like, this is like no shade to anybody who does OnlyFans or whatever. I just feel like everybody's different, and I've kind of always been like more reserved sexually growing up, and it's like I consider myself a demisexual, so unless I have like feelings or for you or something like that, it's very hard for me to like open up my body sexually to people. So for me, like OnlyFans or like collabing or doing things like that on a sexual level seem very hard for me. But I feel like if you do have like a good partner and the comfort's there and you trust them, I definitely feel like it's more comfortable in the process. But I also feel like in this day and age, even though almost everybody has an OnlyFans, I feel like a lot of people will judge you because of it. And, you know, especially like, you know, we've been in the scene for a little bit and stuff. So like we're like, you know, influencers or modeling, and, you know, people look at us and they're like, oh, you know, like they're sexy. They're always just naked and like they're comfortable in their own skin. But then if you're around normal people or you're trying to date a normal person or whatever, you have everybody calling you a whore and calling you this and calling you that. And that's the part that's hard, because I'm so comfortable in my own skin and I'm comfortable with doing this with a partner that I'm with right now. But I feel like a lot of people like look at me and they just think I'm like this raging thought-sickle for some fucking reason. And I'm like, I'm actually really shy. Like on a sexual level, I'm shy unless I get in front of a camera, I'm doing a photo shoot. Yeah. So I feel like I am happy that I've been able to like fully just plunge into this and be comfortable. But at the same time, I feel like the backlash from it, you know, sometimes going to be hard, especially, you know, I want kids one day and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, what if my kid goes to school and, you know, they're like, oh, I'm jerking off to your mom and like shit like that. Like it's things that I think about just because like I'm at an age where it's things that I think about. Or like I know you're opening up a restaurant too, and you don't want, people are very closed-minded and they're very judgy. So like you don't want people to like view you as being a person that you're not because of a job that you do or something that you do. You know what I mean? So it is hard in that aspect, but I feel like I'm very comfortable in my own skin to the point where I don't really, you know, I'm like, if anybody has something to say, I'm like, dude, go fuck yourself, man. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you joined and paid for my shit because you think I'm hot. So get the fuck out of my face. Yeah. You know what I mean? What are you going to do?
Let me make my money. You go make yours. Or you don't make money. And maybe that's why you're all mad. But
dude, yeah, I'm like, go do your 9 to 5 and argue with Susan that smells like a pack of cigarettes every fucking day. And you go home to a wife that's fucking boring and enjoy that fucking life. But I'm going to be fucking my partner regardless. So I'm like, live your boring life if you want to, because I'm going to be enjoying mine over here.
Yep. I keep getting called, like, as you said, I'm opening up my restaurant. Some locals are like, yeah, she's a porn star. She does porn. Like, I've never done porn. I don't do porn-ish things. Like, yeah, I'm nude and I do like sexy content. But I think that OnlyFans just gets this whole bad rap that we're all out here fucking everybody and we're like crazy sluts. And most girls, a lot of girls make 6 figures a month, and a lot of them don't even do solo play. They're literally just like twerking, dancing around. It's crazy.
Hell yeah. There's like, I feel like there's a huge market for anything. I know even people that just do like naked yoga on there and stuff, and they make money. So I feel like it's definitely like, during COVID, I feel like when everybody started joining and became like this, it kind of was put on a display for everybody to kind of see, because I feel like a lot of people didn't know about OnlyFans for a while, and now it's like a worldwide thing. Like, oh, I won't date a girl with OnlyFans, or like, oh, you have an OnlyFans. Like every time I have like an argument with a friend or anything, and that's like a normal friend, they'll be like, well, at least I don't sell my nudes on the internet. I'm like, well, you send them out for free, bitch. So I'm like, same but different. Same but different. I'm getting paid, girl. Come on.
I agree. I hate that shit. I hate that.
I just feel like, you know, like if you're getting paid for people to look at you, like there's so many girls that just giving out shit for free, sending nudes. They're in a group chat getting their nudes sent out. Like they're just be hoes on their own. I'm like, at least we're getting a little bag for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, or a big bag.
Yeah, you know, we know what we're doing. So I'm like, you know, it is what it is.
I know you said that you're more comfortable with your sexuality nowadays. You're so comfortable that you get a little adventurous. You were telling me that you did some type of content. This was just yesterday at Seaside Heights, right?
Yeah.
And a cop walked in.
I was like, is any of the popos going to be watching this? Can I get arrested for this?
Yeah, girl. It's getting serious nowadays. Girls are going wild now, and it's public indecency, and people are not realizing it, but you can get arrested for sure for some of this public content.
If the police watch this and they see it, but they didn't catch me in the act, I can't get in trouble, right?
No, I think you can, yeah, because there was a teacher who did content like at her job, and then they found it like weeks later, and you still get arrested.
Oh, but what if I'm in Arizona?
Allegedly did it.
Come find me in Arizona, bro. It's a big state. It's a big state.
But what were you doing?
So I was on Twitter once, and I saw this girl like doing sexier photos with like her boyfriend in the thing, nothing like too crazy, but I was like, that would be kind of hot. So it was my boyfriend's first time to the shore, and we went in there, and I was like, put your dick in my mouth for one of them. And then like,
but where were you in? A photo booth.
I was in a photo booth, the one that comes with the 4. So we did 4 different poses.
Wow.
And towards the end of it, my boyfriend was like towards the outskirt, and he felt like something brush against his shoulder, and then he like looked back, and like one of the cops passed by and like opened the curtain, and I was like, bro, like if we weren't kissing in that photo and that's when your dick was in my mouth, this probably would have been a situation.
Oh my
God.
And
I flashed the camera. I was just like, I don't know, like as a kid, you do it, but now you're adult, so it's like you're not gonna be like in the photo booth. You're gonna be like, let me show you these titties. So I just feel like it's different.
Oh my God, bitch.
But I'm glad I didn't get caught. Like literally, I had a drink after that, and I was like in my head freaking out, and I was like, bro, we could have gotten in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of weird.
Oh my God. Do you have any other adventurous places that you want to do it one day?
I don't know. I feel like I kind of just, the alcohol brings me to these terrible decisions. So like me sober, I'm like, I'm nervous. I don't want to get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. And then once the alcohol kicks in, I'm like, wait, you want to fuck over there? Baby, put your pants down. We're going to go do it over there. And I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So like we moved into like a high rise or whatever. And we did a 45 days sober. And then like Monday for Memorial Day, I drank sake for like alcohol for the first time basically in like 45 days. So, I wind up like, blacking out a little bit. Wasn't a lot of alcohol, but I blacked out. And, we had sex in that public bathroom next to the pool and where we live. And we walked down. Some guy was just standing there. And I know he probably heard the whole fucking thing. And I didn't even remember it. My boyfriend was like, yeah. He was like, you were being crazy. It was your idea. I was like, it was my idea? It wasn't your idea. It was my idea. He's like, yeah.
Sake will get you.
But he did. It's not like he was like, babe, this is irresponsible. Like he jumped in that boat with me. So like, how is that my fault? I'm like, mano a mano. Like
right?
We're doing it.
Oh my God. What is the best piece of selling content do you sell on OnlyFans? What is your highest seller?
People really like the cream pies.
Okay.
I know it's TMI.
I have never done anything like that, but I am seeing a lot of it on my Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like as a woman, I never really like watch porn like that. Like I don't know what's appealing to males. So I always ask my boyfriend. He's like, anal, cream pie, this, and he's throwing all these crazy ideas. I'm like, really? That's what men want to see. I was like, if you think it's gonna make us money, so like we're out here doing all these like weird things, and I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm just like, whatever. Like I've full given a foot job, and people are like, oh my God, that was great. Do you have a longer video? And I'm just like, really? Like this? Like you like in between the toes? Like you just want
They love the foot jobs.
Cradle the balls while you're at it. Wiggle the toes on the balls. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Might be a little vibe.
Dude, it gets pretty crazy on the OnlyFans.
It does get weird. I feel like you probably get the craziest requests too, but like some of the things that people request of me is like we were just talking about like wearing like our used stuff and people wanting to buy it. Like people will be like, can you like do a workout and send me your underwear? And like this guy had me do a custom where like I had to wear my underwear and everything, and then he was like, can you rub it on your boobs and then rub it in there? And I was like literally asking my boyfriend, I was like, is this normal? Like what is he gonna do with them? He's like, he's gonna sniff them, babe. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, I don't want him sniffing me. I was like, that's personal. That's violating.
Yeah, he's sniffing.
Yeah, so I'm like, I like spray a little perfume when I send them out. That's a little fucking weird.
Oh my God.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It's just like, it's very interesting that people think I'm that cute where they just want to sniff my secretions.
I think it's definitely weird.
I've never sniffed men underwear before
No.
in my whole life.
I'm doing wash on it and I'm like, bag into the washer.
I'm like, it's still wet from the gym. Male sweat.
Yeah.
Like, we're moving it.
Yeah.
But guys are just a different breed. They're just raunchy, bro.
Yeah.
They want you to rub it in your butt. And, like, I'm just like, dude, I poop from there. That's so wild.
And, like, the things that, like, you're not allowed to do on OnlyFans, like people like peeing content. Like, peeing on them, peeing out in public. It's, like, the weirdest things, but you're not allowed to do that on OnlyFans.
I have never tried pee content, probably because I don't know. I feel like I would smack the shit out of somebody if they try to pee me. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a huge thing though.
But I did do a full blood shoot naked. It was for Halloween. It was like fake blood, whatever, and it was super sexy. Specifically did it for OnlyFans. It all got flagged for period blood. And I was like, so you think that I'm bleeding and I just roll around in my own.
Wait, you're not even allowed to have period blood on OnlyFans?
No period blood. And I literally messaged them and I was like, well, obviously it's Halloween and this is fake blood. They were like, well, we don't know that it's fake blood. I'm like, so y'all really think that I had my period and rolled around in it, but I got every single, and it was like 20 pictures. All got flagged. And I have 2 of them, so it got flagged on both accounts. And they were like, yeah, we can't have any of these photos. So I was just like, that's crazy because, like, period's like a natural thing. Not that I don't know if girls would try to like sell or do any content like that, but it's like very prohibited, anything blood related on OnlyFans. So that's the only thing that I've done that like has gotten banned. But it was like fake blood, so I thought it was just ridiculous. And I was like, I did this whole photo shoot for no fucking reason.
I learned something new every day. I did not know this.
Yeah.
I was about to get crafty and be like, oh, have you ever seen a girl use a tampon and make a little video?
They'll be like, flag
there. Yeah. I guess I'm not doing that.
It is crazy because like that's just like a normal thing for women, and it's weird that even on OnlyFans, like, you know, like we're like people are allowed to do the most like raunchiest shit, but like a little bit of period blood or any kind of blood is like, they're like, absolutely fucking not. I'm like, dude, y'all are weird.
That is weird.
The rules have really changed for OnlyFans though. Like it's very different now. I feel like, you know, like with the tagging, and
I hate the tagging thing.
Yeah, like it's like for every fucking post, especially if you're making so much content, it's like you'll send out content and then it won't fully send it out or post it, and they're like, you need to tag somebody. I'm like, dude, like what the fuck, like what's going on? But I understand it's for like safety terms for people, and I understand that, but I just feel like OnlyFans, because they become so popular, I feel like they got kind of cocky a little bit.
Yeah.
And so now they're just assholes to their creators. Like I've even heard about some girls getting their OnlyFans taken down. And I'm like, how? Like,
yeah, but see, so like I love OnlyFans. I'm representing them right now with my shirt. They sending me all this stuff all the time. But I do get it at the same time because a lot of girls, they are breaking the rules. They're like doing fuck a fan, doing meetups.
I think that's
like,
why my friend got.
A lot of girls are like, I don't know what I did. It's like, bitch, you literally said in your caption, like, even if it's not a fan, like, they lie. Most of them lie, just so you guys know. Most of the girls are not fucking a fan. They're not going out of their way to go meet Joe from Arizona or whatnot. You know, that's not happening. It's their friend or their boyfriend, and they're saying, like, I fucked a fan. It's not even a fan.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't say that. That's still, like, meeting up. That's prostitution.
Yeah, like even like people will ask me to like do things like that, and I'll be like, sorry, I don't do meetups, and it won't even let me type it. Like you have to put like different things. Like it won't even let you type out certain things.
Yeah.
So like very, very understandable, but like I don't know, I don't do shit like that. So like I don't even think about it. But I do. Girls probably do anything for fucking money on there, to be honest.
Well, we were just talking about this before the podcast.
Yeah.
Where people are like, "Oh, I fucked my stepbrother." It's like, I'm not doing that. Like, I like money,
Hard
but
pass.
there's no way I'm pretending I fucked my stepbrother just to get some more money. Like, that's fucking weird. Like,
yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, there's obviously porn fetishes for everything, but my thing is like, I never want to give up too much of like myself to like adapt to what everybody else is doing just to be popular or make money on there. So I try to make content, and I obviously want people to be horny for me, and like, you know, I want you to be happy, but at the same time I'm like, I can only give so much of myself for that, because I cannot, if I went against myself for something that I didn't feel aligned with me, I feel like I would just like, it wouldn't make me happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like even though I do have an OnlyFans, I do certain things. I do feel like I'm very much know who I am, and I know that there's certain things that I'm like, I'm not even going to type this in a caption. I'm not going to pretend to be this way. I'm not going to do this. I just want people to like see me as an authentic person that I am. Yeah. And like, yeah, I get it fucking popping. I suck some good dick. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to fuck any siblings or like neighbors or like, you know, do anything like that. Like it's just not going to happen for me. So.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I don't need a drink after.
I know. On that note, too, I want to smoke a Jeeter. So Jeeter has been loving on me for about a year now. I haven't had to purchase anything in a really long time because they love me so much. So I want to show them love. We are going to smoke a Jeeter infused liquid diamond. This is Maui Wowie, and I love a sativa. It's a good sativa. I don't want to be sleepy, so I'm not a really indica type of girl.
Me either.
No.
I feel like it just makes you knock out.
Yeah.
But like if I smoke any sativas or anything, I could clean the house, I could go to the gym, I could go do anything and just fucking vibe out and be a person.
Yep.
But yeah, the indicas I can't do the indicas at all. I'm a tired bitch.
People don't realize that there are certain types of weed, and they're like, oh, it just always makes me sleepy. Like, maybe you're just smoking indica the whole time. You have to pay attention.
Yeah. And even like all sativas are different. Like one of my favorite things to smoke is I'll do like a sativa hybrid because I have anxiety. So sometimes the full sativas will like put me on full blast. And if I drink coffee with it and stuff like that, I'll be too up. But sativa dominance, fucking fire. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. But yeah, I feel like if you have a dispensary near you, definitely go there, get some knowledge on it, because everybody's body's different. So if I smoke this, it's going to affect you differently than it affects me because our bodies are different. Yeah. I have a different anxiety level than you. Like, it's just different. So I hate that people just like weed's not for me. I'm like, you just probably don't know what the fuck to smoke.
Exactly.
Or like there's edibles, there's like literally weed drinks. I've actually, when I did the 45 days sober, there's these weed seltzers that we get in Arizona.
I had one.
Dude, they're fucking fire. And like, I feel like you could have that at a party and you could be up and high energy and fucking vibing. And I feel like people don't have that idea when it comes to weed. Yep. But definitely like expand it. If you have a dispensary near you, go there and check out all the flavors of the rainbow.
All right, well, I'm lighting her up. So I lit up my lashes once on fire. So now I don't like to light a joint while
in your mouth.
Yep. Dude, my lashes.
Dude, I smoked a hookah once, and I was trying to like light something, and it like burned off part of my brow. That's why one of them curves this way, and one goes up.
Smoke just went by. Yep.
That sucks.
Yep.
You
don't even get your lashes done, right?
No, I've never actually had fake lashes in my life. But I also feel like it's because like at night I like to take everything off and just feel like nothing's on my face.
I do miss that.
You know what I mean? But like I have extensions in right now and they even fucking get annoying because like at the end of the day like it's so much extra maintenance that you have to fucking deal with.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating. Ooh, this is so good.
Mm-hmm. Wowie, wowie. It tastes very good. Thank you, Jeeter. I love you, Jeeter. The more you cough, the more you get off. Watch out.
Yo, got me cough.
While we're smoking, I wanted to ask you this. So, does weed make you come harder or not at all?
Dude, high sex positions. I'm still coughing.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Give me a second. Yeah, I feel like it's like, when you drink and you have sex, it's like junk fun, like messy sex. But I feel like with weed, I feel like I connect more. Okay. And I feel like you feel everything more intense. Like if you feel your arm or even like getting fingered or making out, I feel like everything is so much more passionate and you're just like I be with the fucking vibes. I be sucking, I'm just been,
See, I feel like I'm not
enjoying it.
I feel like I'm more lazy. I feel like I'm so tired and I just want to like chill and vibe. And it's like, I'm not like as wet. I don't know. Everybody's different. But yeah, I'm not like as wet. It's very hard. I don't know.
Have you tried like having a little bit of wine in a blunt?
Oh yeah, but
just like full smoke now?
I'm just meant to chill.
So like you're a pillow princess a little bit when you
smoke. Oh fuck yeah, pillow princess.
Yep. And you smoke sativa. That's I don't know. I feel like but like you smoke a lot though, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I smoke a lot too. So I feel normal when I smoke. So I feel like it's just normal for me. But yeah, I feel like weed brings you to a different level.
Weed fucks with your blood. So that's why I think that it doesn't really work out for me. I feel like it's just fucking with my blood and my cycle and shit.
Huh. Have you tried more foreplay?
Bitch, we always foreplay. Always.
I was gonna say maybe he needs to like bring the blood back down for a little bit. He's got.
I don't know how people just go for it. Like just stick the dick in and go. Like no. Foreplay is everything.
I don't mind either way. I'm just like,
She's wild.
You're gonna give it to me regardless, baby.
Oh my God. Guys, I don't know. We're about to have some content after this. Cynthia's gonna. She goes both ways. We didn't even talk about this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna come for me?
I feel like I already have before, but should be happening.
Did we hook up? Did we make out or anything? I feel like we did.
I think in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was dating somebody and he was so upset. He's like, just be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that whole fight fucking broke out and everything? Yeah, like sometimes I'm obviously like more bisexual, but I feel like I'm open to any kind of love or a good connection. If it feels good, it feels good. But I feel like every time I date a dude, they're so uncomfortable. Like every guy's like, I want to date a bi girl, blah, blah. But I also am monogamous. But as soon as like I'm monogamous, but I'm bi, they are intimidated by every fucking girl that walks in the room. Because I feel like, and even I'm out with my boyfriend now, and girls just come to me, they're like, you're so pretty. Girls just come grab my boobs. Girls just come, like I attract a lot of women. I don't know if I have big dick energy or what it is, but I just feel like I attract women. Men are more scared of me. But I feel like every time I date a guy, they're very uncomfortable with that side of me. Like they don't even, they're like, how do I know that's your friend? How do I know that nothing has happened? I'm like, because I'm telling you. Because I would, if I did that, I would tell you. So I'm glad that my partner now accepts like that side of me and knows that I'm not going to go and like cross the boundary when it comes to that. Like I would talk to them. Like I recently did some content with one of my friends, Tiana. She's fucking awesome. But like we just like made out and like simple things and little things like that. But it, like it was like something that had to be talked about and stuff like that. But yeah, like before I dated this person, I dated girls all summer. And I thought I was fucking gay. I was loving the women. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this is nice.
Uh-huh.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's just a connection because, there's been girls that have been like amazing in bed and like you feel that. And then there's girls that like would lay in my bed and they like the last girl I talked to, she would just like cry and whine about like me not want to have sex with her yet. But I didn't feel it. Like I would lie and be like, nah, I'm tired. And I would just roll over because I'm like, I'm not gonna do all this. I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of work to have sex with a girl. Like, you don't have a dick, so you have to use everything else. So I feel like sex with a girl is, a lot more intense. It's like you got to put in a lot more effort. So it's like, if I don't like you like that, I'm not doing all that.
So what was like the hard no from women to men now? Like you said, like you won't go back, or right earlier you said that?
I feel like girls are like, this is like being like my energy. I feel like when I date girls, I feel like they get like very jealous and they're like very possessive, and I'm like, how do men date us? But then I date a guy and act the same fucking way, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. But I feel like when I date girls, I'm like kind of like more of the dominant, or I guess like more masculine one, I guess. So then the girl's always wigging out on me and flipping out on me,
and you can't.
And I'm upset, and I'm like, this is a lot. I'm like, bro, like you're crying because I don't want to fuck you right now. That is beyond me. I'm like, dude, here's a vibrator. Like,
girl, you definitely have big dick energy. That's definitely it.
I'm like, chill out, because if someone didn't have sex with me, I'd be like, all right, and I'll just masturbate. I'll do it right next to you. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I'm like, do your thing. I want you to be happy. If I'm not with the vibes, still do you. Have fun. Just don't, if you're dating me, just don't fuck somebody else. But, like, everybody should be able to, like, it's like self-soothing. You should be able to self-soothe yourself with certain things. Yeah. Like, I understand wanting to be intimate with another person, but I feel like, sometimes, you should understand that maybe somebody's not with the vibes, and I'm not going to half-ass sex. Yeah. So I'm like, if I'm not going to fully plunge into it, why am I going to do it? You know what I'm saying? God. But yeah, like I've dated girls that like have literally like argued with me about like, why aren't you ready? Like, why don't you want to do this? And I was like, I just don't think you're worth that experience. And I know that sucks, but not everybody gets to experience you in that way. And you probably feel that way too. You're like, you meet somebody, they're cool, but you're like, you don't deserve to even see me like that. You don't deserve to touch me. And it's like, and it's not about anybody's self-worth, but it's just about how you feel about them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God damn. I don't know how anybody can date even just like the same sex. You like know too much about them. I feel.
Dude, you can't even go to the bathroom by yourself. Yeah. If, like you're in a restaurant or a club,
you're like,
they'll be like, I'll go with you. Then they go in the stall with you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I could not do that.
You're trying to pee and they're like I'm like, can I shit right now? Like,
yo, bitches are crazy. Dating me, another me. Yeah, right.
I would be fighting, bro. Because like, it's a guy. So like, you're like, let me let them have the, have the dig in this. But with the girl, I'm like, oh, hell no, bitch.
Oh my God.
Better get your ass dragged.
Oh my God. Now we're getting high over here. I swear to God.
I know.
Fucking
I talk
Jeeters.
so much shit.
Oh my God. Okay, let me look at my notes because look at me getting all sidetracked and shit. Anyways, with
I'm so hyped. We're gonna
OnlyFans, I
finish
know.
this?
No, I'm done. Fuck that.
Jeeter,
you got us. You got us.
I'm not even. You got me talking about some shit I don't want to talk about.
Anyways, we're gonna switch it up. All right, we're not gonna talk about it. So, OnlyFans, we've been saying everything's been changing. It's so hard to like gain new subscribers. It's so hard to go viral anymore. Do you buy promo or how do you grow on OnlyFans?
Okay, so I feel like I was telling you about this, but you guys obviously don't know. But I was always really nervous of being signed before, just because I hear all the horror stories. And like I was one of the first girls on OnlyFans, and I was making pretty good money, especially like not doing porn. I basically only showed like my boobs for the first like few years of OnlyFans, and I was still making really good money. And so now it came to a point where like I was in a hard situation. Someone reached out to me and was like, "Hey," like they're a celeb photographer, well known in the industry, work is immaculate, but obviously I didn't know this person personally. And they wanted to take me on. Like, you know, I told them like my story and what was going on and why I wanted to try to be signed. And, you know, full-fledged was like, oh, like, I got you, your family, blah, blah, blah. And was like, I'm going to take this to the next level, and fucked my whole shit up. And I had a 6-month contract with them to make a certain amount of money. And I was significantly making probably like more than less, like half of less. Does that make sense? I'm high, guys.
More than half of less than half. What the fuck did you just say?
So less than half.
Okay. All right.
Speaking Spanglish over here. But yeah, basically less than half.
Okay.
I was making like significantly less money. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Because the content was the same. I was pushing out the content the same. They weren't posting any of my new photos. They were posting all old stuff. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And every time I try to like go into my page, they would kind of get upset, like, hey, let us do our thing. Like, you got to trust us and trust the process and like all stuff. So I'm like, okay, motherfucker, I'm trying to trust the process. But like, I literally won't be able to pay my rent this month. And like, since when has this even been an issue ever in my fucking life? So, yeah, basically 3 months went by and I was hearing a lot of stuff. This was after a trip.
I warned you. I warned you not to sign with him. I know. And you don't listen. Okay, keep going.
But, yeah, so this is it just kind of went to shit. And then I just was like, I was getting pissed because I had to literally take on this job that I didn't really want, just because I had to pay my bills and I was not making enough money. So I was almost doing like triple the fucking work in those few months because I was like trying to meet and let them trust the process. So I was just like, dude, what the fuck? So I eventually reached out and I told my custodian, like, well, it's not the full term. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you have to let us do our thing. Maybe you need to do more. And that's what he told me. And I've heard from several other people that basically he was doing this to other girls. Like, oh, you'll make more money if you make content with me. So basically, like, hey, if I flew you out to Miami and we made sexual content, then maybe you would make good money. So, and then I remember crying about it. And I talked to somebody else in the company. I was in tears because I felt at that point, you know, when you're a girl, is by yourself, I was out of a really shit situation. And I was literally just trying to make ends meet. And this person, I felt like, took advantage of me and was trying to manipulate me and back me into a corner because I feel like I didn't even have a choice. I'm like, what am I going to do? What the fuck am I going to do? So it was like to a point where I was like, I have to stand up for myself. And I was like, listen, like, you need to let me out of this fucking contract. Like, this is the facts. I literally just kind of told him everything on paper. And I was like, this is literally not fair to me. This is literally not fucking fair to me. So he said that if that's how you feel, then we could let go of it. And then we talked about him giving me like money because I couldn't pay rent that month. And he was like, because you didn't meet the minimum that like was in the contract, he was supposed to send me money for my rent, and he just went MIA and never did. And then my account manager, I literally reached out to her and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'll try to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the fuck? So then, like, it put me into a really fucking shit position. So then after that, I tried to just retake my OnlyFans and fix up my old page that they completely fucked up as well. And I've been trying to rebuild ever since then. But I feel like that's why I actually started to do porn, because I literally had to build my page back, and everybody almost everybody does porn now.
Yeah.
You know, like all of my friends, love you guys to death, but like every one of you guys, you guys all do fucking crazy shit on OnlyFans, right? And I'm like, I'm over here to prove that I can't even masturbate on camera. I'm like all fucking shy. I'm like very personal. Like nudes are fine, but all the extra stuff I get very uncomfortable about, and I get very shy about it. So I just was like, I just had to eat that shit, you know, and that was a shitty situation because I felt like I had to do something I didn't want to do.
Baby.
And it was hard. So like sometimes I hate that I did this because it's just not something I wanted to do. Yeah. But the situation forced me, and the person I was dating fucked me over really bad. And I didn't want to get evicted. I've been homeless before. So I was just like, I need to fucking eat this shit and I need to fucking do it. And it's hard. And then I had to take up this weekend job, and I still do it. And I don't like doing it. It's nothing illegal or terrible, but it just doesn't align with me. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. And I just have to eat that shit every fucking day until I get on my feet again. So that's kind of where I am.
Girl, you are a strong bitch. I'm so sorry.
I'm like shaking. I've been like struggling with a lot, like internally, and now that I'm about to be 31, and I just want different things in life, and a lot of the things that I've been doing doesn't really make me feel good anymore.
I'm sorry.
So it's just hard. You know what I mean? Like I feel like OnlyFans has helped me like pay off college and like a lot of things that I've done, but now I feel like people just throw it in my face, and I don't have any family in my life. Like it's just hard because I really do feel alone in this sometimes.
I'm sorry.
You know?
Do you want to stop? Do you want to pause? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Oh my God, girl. I didn't know you were feeling this way. What the hell? You know I'm always here, and I always tell you this.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you know, like obviously I told you I'm fine with it and I've accepted it.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I really think about it, and I just feel like because of my like family situation and everything, which I've been like dealing with a lot lately too, I had to do a lot of things that I really didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's there and it's done. But
I'm sorry.
It still sucks.
I'm sorry that you are dealing with this. It's very sad, but I'm glad that you're speaking up on it, because a lot of girls do watch this podcast, and a lot of girls do say that this podcast does help them. So thank you for that too, you know?
Oh my God, not the lashes.
Why are we crying?
That's damn Jeeters.
Blame the Jeeters.
Jeeters
I need a
fault.
sip. I need a sip. Oh my God.
I need a sip. I have something in my eyeball.
Oh my God. No, but I just feel a lot of girls get used in this industry, and I always talk about it. And then I have a friend here that you're dealing with this shit, but you're not asking me. You're coming for me to help. And I fucking talk about this shit all the time, girl. Like, come on. Like, I will help you. I will not charge you. I just want to help you. Like, we're going to make some content after this. I'm going to help you. I'm sick of girls getting used by these agencies, and that's exactly what you're dealing with. It's so hard to move forward from it. You told me that he like earlier made you make like a new page and shit, and like that is not the answer. He destroyed your brand, your name already from there. People, they're ruining girls' accounts because they get locked into these accounts, and girls are not comfortable like moving forward. They pretend that, oh, the 6-month contract is so like you can't get out of it. Like, you can get out of it. If they're not fucking doing your job, you're allowed to get out, you know? It's crazy that you guys think that you're locked into this contract. You can leave. That's your fucking page. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I know like all the other girls were affected by this, and like I haven't made a post about it just because like I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has felt this way from this person, but it's like it's just crazy. And one of the girls that I know, she's so nice, but she still does it because he helps her pay her freaking bills. And it's sad because I will never give up myself for that. That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know, having sex is like really personal to me. And the fact that I share it with the world now is crazy. But like I was like, I can't fucking do it. No amount of money is going to make me fucking do this, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I would literally have a breakdown. So just moving forward, like, yeah, I do this now. And like I said, I've accepted it. And I don't I don't know if there's anybody out there that feels the way I feel, or, you know, some girls really don't mind. You know, I think it's all about your personality and what your boundaries are. But even like before OnlyFans or anything, no, I've never sent like a full nude to like anybody I dated or anything like that. Like that was not the person that I was. I never like had like a one night stand. Like I just have never been it. So like people like who have known me in the past are probably seeing me now like, what the fuck? So when I went to the car show, there was obviously like fans or people that reached out to me and were like, hey, like I'm gonna come see you, and no one said anything to me, but I feel like they were just looking at me, and then it made me think about, oh my God, they probably watched me have sex, right? And then they're staring at me now. So then it makes me feel weird, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, cause this is the first time I've been back home in like 2 years, and then now I'm basically a porn star.
Yeah.
So, and I brought my new boobs back. You guys can enjoy the boobs. But yeah, but the porn stuff is like, I'm like, holy fuck. And then I like know I had like a person that was like harassing me for a long time. They put me in a group chat with my parents who I have like no relationship with, and they paid for my content and sent it to them. And my dad was literally arguing with them because he literally saw a picture of my vagina. And
What?
Dude,
Who was this?
The person I was telling you about for all that time. I have a restraining order. Oh my God, dude. Like mortifying. And like
That's fucked up, dude.
yeah, like people literally will use shit against you, and half of the time it's other girls in the industry. Like these girls are like crazy, dude. It's like so hard for me to have friends now because girls like for no reason, I'm a good friend. And like, so when girls are just mean to me or like do some outright shit for no reason, I'm like, dude, how are people like this? Like it's literally insane. It makes you like really just not want to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a hermit now. I'm like, fuck this shit.
But you're a strong bitch.
I know.
So
I'd be staying in the house, and I'm like, I can't deal with y'all. Like, it's just too much.
My God, girl. I had no idea.
That's what I was telling you. I've been going to this, like, spiritual healer.
How was that?
Dude, she's, like, helping me, I feel like, heal on this process.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, I tell everybody and I fucking rave about this lady just because like she connected me to my grandma that passed from cancer, and she mentioned something that happened in my childhood that like I feel like was always a thing, but I never like outright said it or whatever the case was, and said a lot of things about myself and how I feel, and she just knew how I felt about everything without even knowing me or anything like that. But then she's helping me self-reflect and like understand myself more, so I'm able to heal. Like I haven't talked to my parents in years, and I reached out to my dad literally last week, and I was like, hey, we need to talk. And we like had a small talk about things, and like he apologized. So now I feel like I'm more at peace. Whether we have a relationship or not, I feel like I needed to address that as a full adult and to actually have an apology and be like, hey, you've kind of fucked my life up. And like everything that I kind of don't like about myself, I feel like it was forced because my parents sucked.
Yeah.
And so I just needed him to know that.
Well, I'm happy you did that. That's like a big step, you know?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, as I was saying, like I've been like really doing a lot of work. That's why I did the 45 days sober. And I was just really trying. I'm like, dude, I'm so sick of having anxiety every day, being sad every fucking day, and like self-sabotaging my relationship because I have these fucking issues. So I was like, dude, I just need to get over it. And that's just the only way I could get over it, is just by like just facing it and just being like, it is what it is.
Oh my God. I really believe in that, like the spiritual healing type of stuff. I was seeing somebody like that, like they can really help.
Hell yeah.
You know?
I think it's better than a therapist, because therapists never really fucking did anything for me.
Yeah.
But this person is like doing something for me, so.
Well, I'm good. I'm happy that you found your way, you know?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I don't want to talk too much about your parents, but at least you have parents. At least you came forward and you talked to them. Like you don't want to sorry, I'm fucking high. You don't want to get old and not talk to your parents, you know? Like there was a time that I didn't talk to my dad for a little while. I was mad at him. And then somebody passed away in our family. And then you kind of have to like really look like what happens if they pass away the next day or something, you know? You want some type of closure, you know? So that will give you that type of closure that you're looking for, you know?
Yeah, this was like definitely needed, especially like before I like get married and have kids. I feel like I need to do this for me to like be happy in my relationships and to be a better person. So I'm glad I'm like fucking
You probably feel
doing
so
it.
much better, right?
Yeah, I've been crying a lot, but you know, I feel better after, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
it's
time
okay.
to grow.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucking old, man. Normally I would just take a shot and be like, fuck them. And now I'm just like all emotional and I'm like holding on to my fucking cross and shit. I'm like, I'm soft as shit.
I haven't seen you in a year and we're crying over here. The first hour, she comes in the door. Okay, podcast time. We're crying.
Literally last time we were just like shots, shaking ass.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
I know. We're getting old. We're getting old.
Oh my God. Yeah, my back hurts. Like, guys, I will tell you this. Everybody's like, oh my God, you're so hot. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm sexy. But it'd be hurting after, you know? Like, that Arch of Doom I do. I'm like, dude, my boyfriend will be massaging the shit out of me like 2-3 times a week sometimes because I'm like, dude, I was busting it open for you guys. You have no idea what it's been doing in my body. It's so, oh my God. You guys should be extra tipping for that, to be honest, because I like need a chiropractor and you guys need to pay for that. This is, you know, equal relationship.
Oh my God.
Equal relationship.
People don't realize these fucking poses we do, it hurts. It hurts. We're getting old. Our bones are not the same.
No, I cannot, dude. Dude, like after like a day of like doing content twerk videos and shit.
I'm sore.
I'm doing some like icy hot. I'm like, I need an Epsom salt. I'm like, I'm dying, dude. It's
so
crazy.
funny.
And now I have these fucking tits. And I'm like, oh, girls don't have back problems. I'm like, I don't know if it's just getting old or just the fact that I have a fucking gigantic rack now.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea. But yeah, it's like, it's hard.
Did your boobs make you more money? Did you see a big difference?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Endless.
Yeah?
Dude, they're great. Honestly, I know I've always had a butt, but I like never felt like I had a woman's body because like I couldn't fill out dresses and I was just so petite. So when I went to the doctor, I was like, I just want to be like even on both sides. And he forced me to go like a tiny bit bigger. And I'm glad I did because they're buzzing. No,
I love them. They look great. I love them.
I love them. They're awesome.
That's so funny. I love them. You and I like basically had no titties together. We basically had the same size. Remember? We were talking about getting them like 6 years ago. I still remember.
Dude.
I still remember talking about getting them together. Oh, they look great.
I know. I actually saw your tweet the other day talking about like, I have all this money, but like I think about getting my body done. But I feel like that was the thing too, because I feel like for a long time I raved about like, I'm all natural, like just be yourself, love your body. And I was very like body positive, but like everybody has their insecurities, but I was like, I feel like my boobs are a really big insecurity, but I just didn't show it to anybody. So there was a point where like, I was like, oh, I'll get them done definitely after I have kids. And as you know, my relationships have not been the best. Now I'm in a good one. Yeah. So hopefully, he proposes. Oh. I'm not dropping any hints. But yeah, like obviously I want to be married and do the whole thing the right way just because of my family life.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, it's going to take so long for me to fucking get to that point. So I was like, I'm just going to rack it up. And I'm glad that I did.
You racked it up.
I literally racked it up.
Oh my God. We're going to wrap this up. This has been a good episode. We got crying over here. I got to fix my makeup. We got to get content. Is there any advice that you would give any other OnlyFans lady out there that's already doing it and somebody who's about to do it?
Obviously, like we had ups and downs of the podcast, but I really do feel like really try to be your authentic self on there. I know everybody does, tries to like do the craziest shit and get noticed and get clout and like go viral and do all these things. And I can understand that because it could get you in your bag. But I also say sometimes, like for me, no amount of money can make me go against myself. You know what I mean? There's just like, there's certain things I already push, but I know there's a point that I definitely won't push. So it's more about like me loving myself enough to be comfortable and to be like, this is my hard no. I'm not going to do this. So if you really don't feel right about something that you're doing in the industry and it really doesn't sit with you, I recommend to just maybe stray away from that and find a different route because you're going to be upset about it later, no matter how much money you make.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Jeeters.
Poor Sammy. Well, thank you for coming. We're going to have a drink. We're going to relax and then we're going to make some content because this was a little sad, but I'm so glad you talked with me. And now I'm going to be here for you, girl, and I'm going to help you move past this.
Love you.
But all right, guys, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Please follow Cynthia. I will put her socials below. And yeah, show us some love. Mwah. Bye.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you sad, but